it actually was out of the household, and it just happened today. I picked up my daughter from school. We went to 7-Eleven for our snack, and the girl in front of us, she actually was at Kalapulu last year, one of our 6th graders, and she didn't have enough money. The girl said, oh, it's gonna be $1.60 something. And the girl's just kind of looking like, 1 second. I said, don't worry about it, we'll take it. We'll take it, let the girl go. And the clerk said, oh, okay, that's fine, go about your way. And my daughter's just watching this whole thing play out. We get in the car, and she says, that was something from Choose Love you could write. That was very nice. That was a Choose Love, Mom. I'm like, okay, thanks, Christine. It's those subtle things that as an adult myself, sometimes I don't even, I'm not even mindful about that just because I'm in a rush. And for her to really just step back and acknowledge that was really awesome. So, yeah, Choose Love.
Yeah.
Ladies?
Yeah, so the other day, I was with my daughter, and it wasn't a great day for me. I was not at my best. Sometimes those days happen more often than not. However,
I understand this about you, right? She works compost.
Yeah.
For the school.
Right. I work with a lot of garbage.
So you're allowed to have a
right. But turning garbage into something amazing, which is kind of like Choose Love, right? So it's taking a bad situation and making something good from it. So I was not having a great day, and my daughter Owen said, Mom, you know what you remind me of? You remind me of that little red guy that sits on the shoulder, and he's got horns, and he's always, mad. He's always mad. And she goes, Mom, you don't want to be mad. She said, you want to be happy, and you need to show, compassion and gratitude, and you need to be,
kids coming
right,
things.
right. And I said, you know what? When did the kid become the teacher? But absolutely, you're right. And it's not good to be mad. I mean, it doesn't hurt anybody but yourself and those around you. And
do you see how she's just naming off like a couple words?
Right.
She's not going.
And I knew the words. Yeah.
That trigger word for you.
The trigger words. Yeah.
Wait, that's my
right.
mom word. Oh.
But it's subtle sometimes. Sometimes it's not specific, the words compassion and action or forgiveness. It's the act that happens. And sometimes it passes us by and you don't even realize it until later. And you went, oh, that was a Choose Love moment right there. And right in front of my eyes, and I didn't recognize it until now, but she's living it every day.
For us, I think the most powerful part of the Choose Love program has been the gratitude section, because I think my kids, it's easy when you, especially here in Hawaii with everything that we have here, I think it's really easy for them to sort of forget how great life can be, and it's super easy for me to forget. And so when they were doing the gratitude unit, it was really beneficial for all of us. We would talk about the things that we were grateful for, and even when you think there's nothing to be grateful for, it's like grateful for the sunset, grateful for the mountains, grateful for my friend at school, grateful for getting on purple, all these small things that it's really easy to take for granted. And I think if everybody can step back and see that there are these really beautiful moments that we can be grateful for all the time, no matter what's going on around us or within us, I think you can really step outside of yourself. And I think that's such a powerful tool to learn at this age, that there's always something to be thankful for.
Right. I think as parents, we want to teach our children the best ways to deal with things, but what we maybe don't have access to are those times at school.
Mm-hmm.
When we can't be there to say,
mind your manners,
or be nice, or don't talk back. And so the fact that this hasn't been taught in school is kind of a tragedy, because.
But at the same time,
that's where the lesson should be learned.
What if it's being taught? And here's where I think they Choose Love. It's being taught, and they are aware, but they're being conditioned to respond to it differently.
True.
To really, you know, if somebody does say something to hurt your feelings, they know right then and there, and I, you know, from my kids' experience, they know right then and there, like, whoa, this is a bad situation.
Right.
This person's mad, and my daughter will call it out. Oh, you might be a little upset there, because she knows, like, if I was doing right, I mean you no harm. So that's just it. They are getting conditioned to bullying's happening. This is happening. What are you gonna do about it? You're in charge of it. And we come home and we're like, what did you learn again?
Well, it's giving them the tools they need, I think, to manage this emotional intelligence that we didn't necessarily learn about
Correct.
when we were their age.
Exactly.
Now they can
That's-
identify and they can act accordingly.
Exactly.
And, you know, take that step back and say, this is what's happening in this situation. I'm going to act with compassion, or I'm going to
That's
be
awesome.
grateful instead. You know, I think that that's what's so unique about the program is it's giving them the tools and the words to talk about it.
That we're not able to provide because we're not there.
Right.
Right?
But, you know, I mean, you know, your
And it-
daughter, all our kids, they're very about, well, did you know what I learned today? Have a seat. I want to talk about, we talk about anything compassion with a heart, I'm not even,
Right.
but
But
You know,
these things need to be learned in the moment as they're happening too.
yeah.
Sometimes the lesson can't be learned a week or two later. It has to be learned in the moment when it's felt the strongest. So I think that's what's so important about having these programs in the schools.
Absolutely.